Hello everybody, Donkey here, and yes, we are back with some more Train Sim 2022. And today we are on the Birmingham Cross City line. But I'm taking a step back in time, and I'm doing a quick drive. And we are basically sort of trying to simulate what the Cross City line would have been back in the 1980s. Obviously, back in the 1980s, the Cross City line wouldn't have been electrified, but the electric lines are still here. And it would have just been DMUs running on the line. And, well, the AI is still going to be the 323, which came about in the 90s when they electrified the line. But that's not going to stop us from using this wonderful Class 117. The 117s did serve on the Cross City line back in the 80s. It was the 116s and the 117s, and they did serve in this livery, which is the white and blue stripe livery, the BR white and blue stripe. And yeah, we're just gonna try and experience what the Cross City line was like. And we're going from Longbridge to Birmingham New Street, which would have been a very common service back in the 1980s. And yeah, so we're going to get right into it. But before we do, I just want to say, if you are a new viewer and you haven't already, please subscribe down below. We're going to be doing a lot more sort of custom little scenarios like this. Alright, let's jump in and get going. Okay, here we are inside the 117, and this one is quite an old model. Now, these have gears, these sort of old DMUs, so I'm going to, I've only ever driven a couple of them, like the 101 and stuff. So I'll try my best to, we need to change that. That to minimal, there we go. I'll try my best with these. I've only ever used the gearing system on this game a couple of times. I believe we need to put it into first gear. And as you can hear, this thing has got some custom sounds because I have got the Armstrong powerhouse. We'll get it going. I have got the Armstrong Powerhouse sound pack installed. The enhancement, it's not an enhancement pack for the loco, it's just an enhancement pack on the sounds for the, I think it's for the 105, the 111 and the 116 and the 117. Can't remember, but the sounds, they have really made the sounds very nice. I'm a bit too young to remember these old DMUs running on the line, on the Cross City line, but there's plenty of videos of it, and I have seen videos. We are going to stop at Longbridge here, and yeah, we're going to Birmingham New Street, which is 8 miles away. Now, obviously, back in the 1980s, like I said, the Birmingham Cross City line would have been very different, and we're just going to roll into here. I'll show you the horn in a little bit. The horn is something special on this loco with the Armstrong Powerhouse sound pack. If you're really into these old sort of DMU locos, I would really suggest the Armstrong Powerhouse sound pack for these. And we're going to stop here. I think I can open the doors. I think they all fly open. Yeah, they do. We're just going to wait here a sec until they close. You can hear the sound of it. Oof, really nice. I did try and get another livery for these, but for some reason you can't actually... Vulcan, this is a Vulcan Products livery for the 117. There it is. We can get going. Oh, there we go. I've got a buzzer, so... Let the brakes come off. You have to with these gear, by the way, these type of locos have a gearing system, so it's like a gearbox, And the only way to change gear successfully is you have to power up and then power down, and then change gear and then power up again. I'll show you what I mean when we get to that point. And I'll also use the horn here. As you can see, there is something coming the other way. And it's a... well, I can't remember what that is. Is it a... oh, it's a 159, I think it is. That was quite cool to see that running here. I don't know if the 159's actually... ah, so you see, I've reached the maximum here, speed for this gear. So if I power down... ooh, I've gone a bit too far there. 2. Power up. And you see, getting power again. Yeah, these locos are old now. They were using them in the late 80s. And we can power up again if I power down. Power up. There we go. We will be coming down. I'm not sure what the official powering down for these are, to be honest. Whether you have to go down the gears again for when you stop, or whether you just put the brakes on and then change gear, I'm not sure. But yeah, these are quite old now. They were using them on this line in the late 80s, I think it was like 88, and then in the 90s they electrified the Birmingham Cross City line. And 96, I think it is, and we're going to need to start stopping in a sec. Because we are going to stop at all the stations to Birmingham. But yeah, 96, I think that it might have been 94 actually, I can't remember if it was 94 or 96, but the 323 started being used on the Birmingham Cross line. Oh, we need to change gear. I need to remember to do that back to 1, otherwise we ain't going to be able to take off. It's E and Shift E. So E is change gear forwards, Shift E is backwards. If you're wondering what the key bindings were for that. But yeah, the 323 has been used for a very long time, over 20 years now, on the Birmingham Cross line. Served it well. There we go, we can get going. And as we leave here, I'll do the horn. The AP sound pack for this is really good. Wait until you hear the horn. It does sound really, really good. I'll actually go outside for it. It's looking real good, this loco, though. And we'll do the horn now. Oof. As you can see, there's a modern 232. So we're not quite in the 1980s. I couldn't quite. I think we're actually reached our maximum here. So we need to power down, power up. But yeah, we're not exactly in the 1980s here. Which the only way I would be able to make it 1980s-esque is if I did a custom scenario. Power down, power up. If I did a custom scenario where I changed all the AI to sort of 80s era locos, I'm not that skilled at creating scenarios, unfortunately. Maybe somebody out there is, but I'm not. So just a quick drive for me, that's all we need. I'm happy with that. Well, let's take a look at this from the outside anyway. Oh, that's looking really, really good. I will flash up a picture right now of the 117, sorry, Fast 117 on the Birmingham Cross City line from 1980s, and it is in this livery, and it looks spectacular. Okay, we're coming into Kings Norton here. There is a speed limit of 40, but we're not going that fast anyway. Pretty fast though. We need to slam the brakes on, I think. Luckily these things slow down pretty fast. We do need to change the gearing back. I don't know what the official sort of what the official manual says about how you stop. Whether you shift down the gears or whether it's just you leave it in the gear and brake, and when you stopped you then apply the gear. We're coming in here really fast. The end of the platform's right there. Obviously in the 1980s this wouldn't have looked like this. Let's just check it's in first gear. Yeah, in the 1980s it wouldn't have looked like this. Birmingham New Street's 5 miles away. Obviously Birmingham New Street as well would have been the old style Birmingham, but this is the best we've got at the moment, without completely redoing the scenario. I kind of wish that Dovetail eventually do make a Birmingham Cross Line add-on that is the 1980s. Because they kind of have all the stuff to make it happen. They have all the locos are in the game to make a cross line work. Oh, the horn sounds so good on this, thanks to that sound pack from Armstrong Powerhouse. But we're going to have to power down here in a sec and change. There we go. Yeah, Dovetail definitely have the assets to be able to make a Birmingham Cross Line 1980s. They have all the locos, they have all the kit, they just have to get rid of the overhead wires. If somebody makes a third party reached our thing again. If somebody makes a third party route, that'd be amazing, but I don't think somebody's that dedicated to make a 1980s cross line. This is good enough for me, to be honest. Yeah, I was just inspired basically. I was seeing loads of pictures of the Birmingham Cross Line back in the 80s, and they were using these, I don't know what you'd call them, DMUs, geared DMUs. Coming up to another station, Bourneville. Really have to apply the brake, to be honest. I can't get enough of that horn. It's so good. Yeah, I was just inspired basically by a load of pictures on the internet of the Birmingham Cross City Line. I've basically been looking into the history of the Cross City Line. I live in Birmingham, so it sort of means quite a bit. It goes back a long way. It goes back to sort of It wasn't called the Cross City Line. I think it got that designation during the 70s. But before that, it was sort of the line was still about, and it dates back to really far, and was sort of a major sort of railway line, sort of branching London to. Oh, I need to. Sorry, I need to change down. I keep forgetting about that. But it was sort of branching sort of the middle of the country to the north of the country and the south, which was it was sort of vital, and obviously the passenger services. But it's seen steam. It's seen a steam cross city would be really nice if Dovetail did that. Obviously 1980s it saw diesel power on there and the traction. 1990s it got electrified, and it's been electrified ever since. Power down. It's been electrified ever since using the 323. Now we are getting the class 730, I think it is, for the West Midlands. That is the new train coming from Spain. They are in testing at the moment. They look really cool though, and that's hopefully going to take Birmingham into the next sort of modern era. But at the moment we're still using the 323, which I have not got a complaint about. I think they're alright. They're not the greatest locos in the world, but they had to diversify back in the 90s. They had to get rid of their diesel fleet. But yeah, like I've basically wanted to replicate what the picture that I saw had, and it had it might have been a 116, but a 117 is pretty close, with this same livery, the BR white and blue stripe. I don't know what that is. What was I saying? Yeah, basically the picture I saw was exactly this, and I just really wanted to recreate what I saw, which I think I've come pretty close. This is Vulcan Products reskin for the I think it's the 118 or the 117, I can't remember. You can't actually buy the 117 in Train Sim anymore, which is a bit weird. But you can get the Vulcan Products version, the reskin, and then I'm using the Armstrong Powerhouse sound pack just to really make this like the best it could be. I could change the head code name to Birmingham, but yeah, this is literally the best I could get. And I mean, this is pretty close to what it would have been like in the 1980s. Obviously, the cars would have been different, and the overhead lines wouldn't have been here, but it's pretty close. The Birmingham Cross Line has not changed that much over the last sort of 30 years. But like I say, I've not really driven a loco like this on the channel before, or in Train Sim in general. I've dabbled with locos like this. I find them a bit cumbersome, just to like having to power down, change gear, power up. For the 159, I think. They're quite cool. I do like them. But I don't know if Birmingham Cross Line ever got them or not. No idea. sounds good with the Armstrong Path. Highly recommended. Right, let's take a look at this thing. We're coming hot into Birmingham University. And this will be near Aston as well, I believe. And that'll do us. The sounds are just really, really good. I can't get over how well, like, if you want to take your sim to the next level, you know, sound packs are the way to go. They just make a loco sound really good. The enhancement packs are next level, to the point where like it completely redoes some of the locos, but sound packs are pretty nice, especially for these old locos. I've dabbled with these old locos. The gear system it's alright. I'm not particularly keen, but it's just typical sort of 60s, 70s, 80s sort of traction. And yeah, I mean, it's just a bit of history, really. I do enjoy. I haven't dabbled with Steam. Steam on this game is a bit awkward. I don't really like it too much. But these old sort of locos, these DMUs, are pretty cool sometimes to take out. I do feel like they have a place in Train Sim, and every now and then I do like taking them out. I don't know what this safety system is. DVD. I don't know. You see, what I've done there is I've changed gear, and I didn't power down. I might have messed it up a bit, but Birmingham New Street's not far now. Quite a decent little quick drive. Taking us too long. 5 ways tunnel. We are coming into a 30 limit soon. Just after the tunnel. Okay, mile an hour of 30 coming up. We'll be slowing down for 5 ways anyway. It's always so... Let's get it up there. It's always so thin, 5 ways at the station. I need to put it back to 1. How far is Birmingham New Street? Literally just through these tunnels. We're literally in the city now. which back in the 1980s, this would have been the old New Street station, which was very dark, very ugly. Nobody liked it. Yeah, it stayed like that for a long time. It's all nice and modern now, and they've redone it. They redid it in the last couple of years. Well, I say last couple of years, it's like 10 years now, but it'll be the new Street station in this game. We can stay in first gear for this. It's not a problem. It's very dark in here. To the end. This is Birmingham New Street right here. We will need to drop it down to 10 mile an hour. Sorry if it's a little bit dark coming through here. This is what it would have been like in the 1980s. Very dark coming into New Street. Very dark. We are going downhill a little bit. And it wouldn't have looked like this with all these overhead wires. And that is the new building up there with all the nice glass panelling on the side and the chrome and reflective panelling and stuff. That is the new street up there. Wouldn't have looked like that. It would have been like this brick back in the 80s. Look at it coming in here. These modern locos. Looks out of place, but at the same time it looks at home. Yeah, you see how they've added all these like nice modern looking panels to this building now. It never used to look like that. And this stone wall is very classic on the side here to Birmingham New Street. But that will be us. We have come to the end of our quick drive, our custom scenario of taking the cross line back to the 1980s with this wonderful looking Class 117 in BR white and blue stripe livery. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. We're not going to be able to see it in here. It's going to be too dark. So yeah, that was our 1980s Birmingham cross line. Little custom scenario that we've done. We used the Class 117 here with the Vulcan Products BR white and blue stripe skin for this loco. I will leave a link down below to all of the stuff I've used, and I will also leave a link to the Armstrong Powerhouse sound pack that I've also used for this loco. But yeah, I had a really lot of fun doing it. I got inspired by old photos of the Birmingham cross lines, and that's why I have done this video. So if you enjoyed, I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.